I'm going to spend a few minutes and talk about the stakeholder segment of the development of a systemic perspective. Stakeholders are those individuals, teams, organizations who are in a position to actually affect the situation or are affected by the situation. So there are those groups of stakeholders which um, have an active role in the situation, and then there are those who are simply affected by the situation. Though it's appropriate to understand the mental models and motivations of all of the groups of stakeholders, because it is in fact the stakeholders who have to effect a resolution to the situation. So something that I've found very helpful is Jackson's system of system methodologies. It's a real mouthful. I just call it a framework. What I found, Jackson's framework is put together in such a way that it's intended to help someone understand, based on two dimensions, one being system and the other being participants or stakeholders, the types of systems thinking methodologies which are likely to be appropriate, useful, and beneficial in different contexts. The system dimension thinks about systems in terms of being either simple or complex, simple being the kinds of systems that you could imagine actually designing and building, creating, complex being those types of environments generally referred to as a mess. You you can conceive of understanding some aspect of it, but you can't ever conceive of designing and building such a thing. The other dimension, being participants, has to do with the extent to which the the individuals or groups involved in the situation to be addressed are unitary, having well aligned similar values, beliefs, and interests. They share a common purpose. They're involved in the decision making, or whether or not they're pluralist, meaning that their basic interests are compatible, though they don't share the same values and beliefs, and they can in fact come together in certain instances to come to agreement and move forward on things. And the final category being coercive, where they have few common interests. They actually have conflicting values and beliefs. Compromise is essentially not possible, and they simply can't agree to anything. That sort of reminds me of the situation with the U.S. Congress, which appears to be about 10% pluralist and 90% coercive these days. So it is in fact this awareness. It's a way to look at the stakeholders associated with the situation that we have to figure out how to deal with, to help us understand a way to approach the situation in later stages of the development of the systemic perspective. So I hope you found this interesting. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.